Hi. Well, I left my phone at home, so I had to deal with my watch and I didn't get no phone calls, so I was happy. So anyway, had a busy day, working and they're gonna think I've been buying miniature bottles of alcohol for a surprise for a good friend of mine. What I'm making. So anyway, I plan on, you know, I bought a lot of them. Whew, they were like probably thinking, "Jeez Louise." Anyway, let's start our meditation. I'll put on some music. Oh, there's a storm approaching. Storm approaching with heavy snow. Driving conditions update. What is this for? Reno, Nevada. Um, The road conditions are starting to get treacherous, especially in areas near Gold Ranch and across Highway 88, 50, and most roads leading to Tahoe Basin, Washoe Valley, and on a high wind alert. Even though many of us think that we are used to driving in the snow, it's important to heed the advice from the Nevada Department of Transportation. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. Well, okay. There we go. Okay. So, wow. There's nobody here. I've only been on for a couple minutes. So let's meditate and all right. We're going to imagine a ball and it's going to be the color you like. It's going to be on your feet. It's going to relax them. It's going to relax your lower legs, your upper legs, your chest, your back, your arms, your hands, your neck, and your head is going to tether itself and go down into the earth, to the core, and suck up all that love. And it's going to take that love and it's going to fill your feet, your lower legs, your upper thighs, your chest, your back, your arms, your hands, your neck. It's going to fill up to your head and it's going to burst out. And you're going to place it. You can put it on people. I'm going to put it to Prompt. Prompt's going to get a lot of love. Love needs love. Let there be love, love. And then you take this love. You're going to put it to your heart. You're going to say 3 hums in a higher vibration. One, two, three, awaken. Oh, well, maybe I should have gone in on 6. Oh well. Usually I'll spend about 15, 20 minutes or so, I guess talking. Oh, about what? I guess they're getting a big storm, and it's been cold. Oh my gosh, 18 degrees. Woo! It is cold. I cover up. I cover up with my covers and stuff. I got goosebumps and my son's goosebumps and my daughter's Barbie covers. Kid you not. I got goosebumps and Barbie. And then I got my blue cover over it because then it looks like an adult bed. So, well, hello. Don't forget the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. You just missed the meditation. Oh, there it goes. Oh, well. So, anyway, we're going to talk about dreams today and keeping it positive. But I had the weirdest dream. You see, I dreamt about these two girls that I work with. In the dream, it reminded me while I was driving Sarah home. I go, hey, that I dreamt about a car compared to that. And it was a Mercedes. And I said, I dreamt that the two girls we work with were wearing wedding dresses and putting presents. Now, I don't know if they were wedding presents or if they were party dresses they were wearing instead of wedding dresses. But what happened was they both were putting in stuff into this car. Like, I don't know what it was. They were getting away and with all this stuff. And I was like, what happened was they got in a car with all the presents and jumped the sharks. And I'm like, I wonder what that dream means. I looked it up and stuff, and it's like, I don't know. And it's like, I'm, it's weird. Anyway, I used to dream stuff, and I would write it down, and it helps with you remembering your dreams. God, I didn't do a good job cutting my hair. My hair grows so fast. I was like, crap. I should have just paid the $5. I always butcher my bangs. I just wait for it to grow out. Well, anyway, what transpired when I do that, I keep remembering my dreams. Like if you go to bed at night, it's good to say, remember your dreams, remember your dreams. And then you will, remember your dreams. And I used to always write about them. And later on, a lot of the dreams that I found out, they would coincide with how I felt, what was going on in my life. And I remember when I was dating somebody that wasn't good. And in the dream, I was walking with this person, and I'm like, they took their face off, like their mask, like it was a face. and the real person was not that nice. And I thought it was really weird. It was a real ugly person underneath the mask. So I'm telling my dad that because I wrote it down, and I'm telling him about the dream. And he goes, "You ever heard of Two-Faced? The other person isn't as nice. He took his mask off, and you seen the real person, which wasn't a nice person." And I go, "Oh." He goes, "Yeah, I've heard about him through Dave Heupel, who was his teacher. We had a teacher that lived next door, and he's like, yeah, that's why he is the way he is. He wasn't a nice guy." So a lot of times dreams would help you also. I remember my dad telling me he had a dream where uh, this is back when Chrysler had really, really bad financial problems in the 80s. And my dad was laid off, and we were going through some hard times. My dad was really scared. And what happened was he had a dream, he said, and in the dream he's falling and falling, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm going to die, I'm falling." And suddenly the air quits, he lands on his feet. And that's what actually happened. I remember, a lot of things were sold, and a lot of stuff was going, and my dad was like, "Well, that's the last of the money, oh my God." And then finally everything worked out. It was a lot of hard work on my father's part, and I do get that from my dad. When we get stressed, we'll work a lot. It's an easier thing for me to deal with than working. So we're nearing the 15-minute mark. I'm just going to leave after 15 minutes. So I would like to say that I hope everyone has a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll go on at, I'll try to get on at 6. If not, I'll be on at 7, because of the fact that if I work late tomorrow, um, if I work late tomorrow, it will be a 10-hour day, but I really don't want. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, I feel at times I'm just tired and I just want to go to bed. So anyway, I'm happy, and I got my Starbucks. You know what I wish they had? I wish they had the smell as if you just brewed coffee. The smell of coffee. Oh God. Mm-mm-mm. Maybe I should bring some chocolate covered. Um, um, Hello. Put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Welcome. Anyway, um, I love coffee. If they could have the smell of fresh coffee in those smelly things, that's what I think I like to end up. Oh yeah, the smell of coffee. It is so great. So I'm talking about dreams. So in what dreams have you ever had that has given you answers? Yeah, it smells so good. I went and I had a choice between Starbucks pipe, and their varieties, or Dunkin' Donuts. It's comparable, but Starbucks is a lot better. Mm-hmm. Oh, it smells so good. Those are fun when you visit with your grandparents. So, did she give you any answers? It was a good visit because that's what I used to do when my grandparents were both dead. For some reason, I would have long visits with them. I remember dreaming of swimming to get into their house like it was in a pool. And then I opened the door and I was sucked in, and suddenly my grandparents were there. And tell me about, your dream. Tell us. Share. My grandmother was a. Oh, so you just seen her? My dad said he had a dream about my grandfather after he died. You see, my dad and grandfather had not a good relationship. Oh, it was volatile. It was. When he died, his wife at that time forbade him from going to the funeral because she would divorce him. She ended up divorcing him anyway. Um, and he didn't go. And he dreamt that because he died of cancer, and it was really hard on all of us. I mean, it really was. I mean, I seen a guy who was this strong guy that was like a taller version of Popeye to something that weighed less than me at the age of 12. And I was not a big, I wasn't a big thing, I could have hid behind a palm tree. Oh, you heard her call your name. That's really neat when you connect with someone who loves you so much that they'll, come and visit you or let you know that, they still love you. That's a special kind of feeling. When my dad had a dream, he told me he dreamt that my grandfather was cocooned with like a cocoon type thing to heal because of all this it's just all the traumatic stuff of everything. My dad felt bad afterwards, but boy, it really, a lot of the family members didn't like the fact that he didn't go to my grandfather's funeral. My dad didn't go, and I was too young to go. So I remember talking to my grandma and asking, "Baby, can I go? Can I go?" I'm glad I didn't, though. It was just been too sad. But I just wanted to see my cousins and stuff and get, you know what I mean, and get family members who would talk about it. And my dad wasn't very talkative on that. It was hard for him. He really took it hard. And I finally told the family, look, you know, when you have family that you miss and you dream about them, you're thinking about it, you're going, God, a lot of times they're there with you, feeling that with you, you know, they're right there. I've been thinking about my grandmother. God, my daughter so much. She got that star, and she's about the same height. Oh, I gotta get some socks. My feet are cold. Oh, I got some Chihuahua shots. So anyway, I'm talking about dreams. So who writes their dreams down? They're really good to write down because when you get up, it's all fresh in your head. We're not talking the X-rated ones, okay? We're talking about the regular dreams we have, you know? And when you have those, a lot of times they give you answers. My dad was a corporate lawyer. And they were, a lot of times in the UAW, when they would have their talks and stuff, my dad was right there. And they had the UAW talks, and he was representing them, Chrysler. And he had, they had closed the talks down with the stalemated thing, and he had told me he had dreamt about um, that everything, he had dreamt that everything would be negotiated and it would be fixed tomorrow. So when that, the next day came, my dad was not looking. He says, well, if it does happen, it'd be nice. And it did. And I said, dude, Dad, you're pretty good now. 1 for 1, I mean, 2 for 2. But there was times that he would dream about something and things would change and miss after the dream. Like he would do something different because it would be a warning not to do something. So if you dream that, if you do this, something bad will happen, then you don't do that, and that erases it. Like my dad says, it's like knowing the future enough that you can alter it. He said having, that's why it's on. That's what I told him. I said, he would tell me, God, I got to change this or whatever. He realized certain habits of his had gotten out of hand and he had to quit them. And it took time. And a lot of it, a lot of people will start off like, when you drink alcohol, it's to go to bed and stuff, and then it turns into other than that. And it just, he wasn't that big of a drinker by the time I would go and visit him. Yeah, even the holidays, the only time he drank was around the holidays to toast everyone and stuff. He used to drink his wild turkey, wild turkey. I miss my dad. So every so often, I do dream about my dad. I used to dream more about my grandparents, and suddenly, recently, I haven't dreamt about my grandma or my grandpa. I used to dream about going over this water, a lot of water to get to this island to visit them. And then I would have these talks. And a lot of times I would be asking, I remember telling my grandmother how unhappy I was. I was very unhappy. I was in a marriage that I was, my ex is this sociopath. And when he was tested for a psychological test, you can get psychological tests done at your therapist's office. You ask for it and they will do a test for you. What happened was he wanted both of us tested and see who the crazy one was. Well, guess what? He won the jackpot. He was pretty much told by by the therapist that we were both seeing that he would love to have him as his personal therapist and stuff. He can help him. That therapist lasted 2 weeks with senior psychopaths, and he actually moved him to go to a different therapist, and he still worked there. He just didn't want to see senior psychopaths. He thought he was, what was the word? You need a lot of work, and I can help you. At that time, he thought he could help him, but yeah, when you're psychotic, yeah. I kept the paperwork though for a while, and he found it. So I tell people you can get that done at any therapist's office, believe it or not. And what if that's a legal therapist, you can take that into the court and you can tell someone, if you wanted a divorce, and I was planning on doing that. So yeah, he took that from me. I couldn't get another one done. And there was other stuff he took from me, but yeah, it's no big deal. But you can get that done. So I always tell people to write your dreams down, and it's really good to do that. Uh, I wish we had more people here to talk about it because I like to talk about dreams. I've had some really weird ones. I don't remember, but I know certain key points. Like if it was raining weird, you know what I mean? My dreams have to really catch me. But one time I had a warning dream, and it was before I married Psycho Pants here. It was standing in the rain and going, I don't understand why it's raining, and it was supposed to be in the dream we were supposed to get married. And um, in the dream, it was my family crying, and those were the raindrops. It should have been a point. He's so nuts. I got family crying over that. My dad said his soul died and part of him, his soul ached and part of him died. And yeah, I now know how he feels. My daughter is um, what you would call, um, I wish her boyfriend liked to work and worked hard. He doesn't come off, he comes off as entitled. But his friends are nice. It's just he's kind of douchey. I wish you could do better. Yeah, I pretty well, I really, really the last dream I had of my dad, it was over a year ago. And in the dream, we used to go to these sand dunes that wasn't far from the cemetery or the bar. Kind of funny. It's between the cemetery and the bar, and it was a cowboy bar. It was in San Bernardino, and I remember now it's all built up, but it used to be sand dunes. And in the dream, we were walking in the sand dunes, and I started off as a child, about 4 or 5. I'm walking with him, and I'm growing older. As we're walking, he's growing older. I got the young dad with me, and then we're both growing older. And then he's standing by the door, and I'm like, so you had a feeling of doom and you had an accident as a child? You felt like, yeah, wow. Sometimes we feel, in the pit of our stomach. When you get that feeling in the pit of the stomach when you're sitting there and you're thinking about it and something like you're going, I don't feel right. And then, you realize, say you have to, like you hear about this all the time. This guy goes, I didn't feel right, so I didn't go on that airline flight, and it ended up blowing up. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories like that. Oh, wow. Um, I guess you can say, how can I say, you know, I've had spirits visit me and be right by my bed. And I usually don't tell people. I'll let it like, and this is waiting. It's a good subject to bring up, you know. Yeah, something that I just wait for it to happen. Oh yeah, just tell them to go away. Or, you know, sometimes I send them to the light because, you know, for whatever reason, I usually ask them, you know, if they need anything, but I usually like my sleep and stuff. But I've been bothered before by spirits when I'm sleeping, and I wake up and there's like a kid or an adult standing there. It hasn't happened in a while, so I'm okay. It hasn't happened in like, oh shit, 4 or 5 years, because I was told by senior psychopaths that one day he woke up and he seen a spirit by my bed, and it was a while back. So maybe I had a protected spirit. You know, we all think that spirits are, you know, from somewhere else. They could be our ancestors too. They could be visiting us and wondering how their, you know, lineage is doing, is what I'm thinking. Okay, tell me your dream that came true. So anyway, my family is intuitive. So when you go and you start talking to them, or you're like uh, a sociopath like my mom, and my grandmother always said, I always gotta think this. She goes, your mom does not tell the truth that often. And it's so hard to have a conversation with her. Because when she wants to talk about the weather, I want to go check it out because I don't even know if that's true. So anyway, when you're dealing with dreams that come true, I had a dream when I was in my 30s about Trump. In fact, I knew we were going to buy this house. I knew it before we bought this house because I had a dream of walking the hallways and doing laundry and stuff and living. And I knew we were going to buy this house. I knew it that it was going to come to pass. But in my dream that I had, I wasn't married. And I was so happy. I was like, wow, I'm not married to senior psychopaths, or, you know, and I couldn't figure out if he died or what happened. That was the only thing that I couldn't figure out. And I couldn't tell him because that was just, I knew that we were going to get this house. I told him, we're getting this house because I dreamt about it. I didn't tell him the whole dream, God Lord. But I knew that I wasn't going to be married to him. So, yep, I knew that. I just didn't know how it would happen. So, anyway, Time to Change has said that she's had one dream come true and it would make us laugh. All right, it was about 14 going to a Paul Revere and the Raiders concert. I I dream I won the coat they were giving away, or going away while giving away, and I went to the concert and they drew my ticket stub to the winner. Oh my god, that is amazing! Woo! And I bet you that coat is worth something, if not with memories, because good lord, it's been like forever. Speaking of coats, I am going to imagine wearing my coat. I am going to do a switch with Senior Psycho pants. I got to do it over the weekend. And I'm going to have my son, my Sonny boy is what my dad used to call him. Your Sonny boy. And I'm going to, I have a coffee table with Senior Psycho pants once. And I'm going to take it, put it in my Jeep. That is so wrong. That was a part of history. Oh my God. I would have been like, that's mine. You're way too nice to be giving that jacket away. I had this dream that there was an earthquake and I was walking the hallway and the house went slanted further and I fell in the dream. So that hasn't happened yet, but it might. I don't. Oh, that's so sad. But it was good. I liked it. Yeah, you won. Hopefully that boyfriend enjoyed that coat. Oh, the smell of coffee. Oh Lord, this smells good. Maybe I can bring some to work and you know mm, bring some awesome. You know where? I think it's Costa Rica. I think they make it's actually I should say because my dad said he found out that Starbucks gets their stuff in Costa Rica. So when he got his teeth done, he would bring me a bunch of Costa Rica coffee. Oh my gosh, my dad's like he would send it to me and stuff. Oh, I miss my dad. I was so spoiled. Let's see. I wonder where they say what they did. I know it's got to be Costa Rica. I have to use this before May. Oh, that's no problem. But yeah. Someone's talking about me. My nose is itching. It's been 18 degrees. I wanted to warm up. Jeez. 18 degrees. Oh, I feel that wind. Whew. Hello, 3 people. AK. Oh, it's I got a heater and I move it around wherever I sit. That's what I do. I don't spend a lot of time here. Hi, Stanley. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. It does help with the algorithm. I really appreciate it. Thank you, all you beautiful people. You guys are 100%. Celebrate. So we're talking about dreams. Anybody want to tell us about either some weird dreams or dreams that have come true? Even dreams that you're working on right now. You are starting a channel or you're starting a new career. Yeah, it's really cold in this RV. Oh my God. I have I have my son's blanket, my daughter's blanket. My daughter had Barbie, and then I got Goosebumps, and then I got the adult one over it to make it look like an adult. Oh yeah, and I cover up in it and cover my whole body, and then I put my alarm on my phone, and I wait till then. Sometimes I have to get up to use the restroom, and I hurry up, go use the restroom. I got to leave my oh there. It's not as cold as it was yesterday because it was like by 10, I gotta leave it dripping or I won't have water. I have water to wash my hands just in case I forget. That's why I don't have a shower in here because of the fact that um, I forgot to let the faucets, yeah. Ooh. You ever heard of maybe it's going with biting the hand that feeds you? A lot of times, but it bit your hand. I used to dream about riding dragons. Uh, they used to have this book because I was one of those kids that would sit there and think and think and think. And then I couldn't go to bed. So my grandmother came up with this great idea and it worked wonderful. I used to dream about dragons because I used to read about them. It was like this set of books that I used to get in the library. And I read the whole set. I'd fall asleep with the books, and it was great. God, they were really well written. They were, it's just like adventures, and you know, my kids, my kids would tell me about crazy dreams and stuff. And I remember when um, their grandpa was really sick, and he was like, well, they all expected him to go. And it was just like they say, he has a major fall. And like Devin said, the stupid ass wouldn't hold on to a railing because he didn't need that. And he goes, Grandpa, you're almost 80. You need that. So because he refused to hold on the railing, one day he fell down the stairs and he hurt himself. And after that, his health went, really bad. And so what happened was my son goes, I dreamt that Grandpa died. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah, I think he's getting ready to go. So the next day he passed. For me, it was my grandmother who loved to dream about me. Oh no, you're not going to that party. Oh, there's some bad stuff going there. What, Grandma? There's nothing. No, I know what's going on there. I had a dream about it. You're not going. Crap. Yeah, my family was intuitive, so I was protected. Mm. So anyway, it's great to hear about everyone's dream. You got finger biting dragons. Was it a big dragon that bit your finger, or was it a baby dragon? It always seems cool is they had in Harry Potter where they had the goblet of fire, and they had the little dragons were in they were moving around animated in someone's hand. I don't know how they did with CGI. It was really neat. That's one of my favorite part of movies. It's like pocket pets. Here, we'll take one. We need a light. We need a light. And then you have dreaming about your moms and your mother-in-laws, so it's neat. Yeah, it's cold in this RV. Yeah. And it's neat to connect. I think a lot of people, that's a way our minds can work where we connect to loved ones who are no longer here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I used to dream about being a mermaid as a kid. I always wanted to be a mermaid. Aw, yeah, that can be treacherous when you have something bad happen to you and you're a young kid and you know don't almost, you're not understanding why you're getting bit. Fish, just like Nemo. Was it like Nemo or a different fish? I think Nemo was a clownfish. Yeah. No, it was what your imagination wanted to be. It's not bad. It's fun. Aw, mean look on his face. Aw. When I was a kid, the biggest thing my dad, well, it was my mom actually. She loved Disneyland. She wanted to be a kid again. So my mom would buy up Disneyland once a year, and I would have ears and everything. I still want to have Mickey Mouse ears. I would, but anyway, what happened was we had my favorite amusement ride wasn't. Oh God, I my dad and we joked about this because he's actually gone on to the yeah. And you wonder why I didn't want to take him to the Renaissance Festival? Oh God, that was entertaining. He bought the ugly bags and was wearing them. But anyway, yeah. Well, it's almost an hour. Thank you, Time to Change. You have a good night too. Sending you light. Bye. Everyone there. 100%. Because then I'm going to be going off to bed. But anyway, I want to thank everybody and thank you for the thumbs up. It was all great. Mwah. It used to be cool. I used to go where they had the mermaids. You go into the, they don't have it no more. You go into the sub and they take you on this course underneath the water and they'd have mermaids and I wanted to be the damn mermaid. I knew they were fake, but I still wanted to be the mermaid. I told my dad, I go, man, that's so cool. So my friend's granddaughter loves the water and would like, I found mermaid flippers. They could put on this outfit thing and it's like a mermaid outfit. And I told her I'd buy her one and me one. We'd go in there, my grandma's pool and go swimming. It is so expensive now to go. A lot of people save up years to go, like, and there's people who are what I would call the X generation who haven't had kids yet. and they go by themselves, and they have a season pass. And you see them make some of them are just, they'll make the videos and it's bought. But I've heard that some of them have season passes, and they're just, these big kids. It's very expensive for Disneyland. It costs up from a number of $5,000 to $7,000 almost. I've heard people drop a big amount of money. I don't know how you can save any money going there. Oh no, you just look online. You'll know what I mean by it's expensive. $45 was a long time ago. Well, now let me look. Let's see how much Disneyland season pass. Let's see how much one. Alright. There we go. Almost $500. $439 or $22 per month with 12 monthly payments and 0 APR after $205 down payment on the Florida Resident Monthly Payment Program. Oh, Disney, they have one that's the Pirate Pass. The Disney Sorcerer Pass is $1,000, $999. Oh, but it even gets even further. Oh yeah, Disney's gotten a lot more expensive. You gotta be a rich hoe bag to get this. I gotta be a rich bitch. Rich bitch. Oh, and that's it. $1,500, $1,449. The eligibility is all guest reservation based submission. No blackout dates apply. So you got different, like Florida residents only, Florida residents. So the only one that you can get that is not resident based is the Disney Incredipass, which is $1,500 per pass. Disney's an expensive experience. Yeah. I'm like, no. Yeah, the nice, cheap 45 bucks. That's gone. They want to make some serious dough. $1,500 for a season pass for Disney. You know what? I'd be calling up my cousin. Hey, Greg, you live in Anaheim. Yeah. Can I use your address? Yeah. Because it'll be like the highest cost one would be, if you're a resident, $1,000. You save about 500. You get, but the $1,500 one, man, there's no blackout periods. It's like the ultimate pass. Wow, $1,500. Oh my God. It was getting expensive when my dad was still living in 2019. And my dad wanted to get a season pass. And he goes, stuff. The season passes. I didn't even bother looking. I'm like, who cares about going to, Disneyland? I said, so he got a season pass for Magic Mountain. And so did my psycho brother. These things are all stuck. They're good for you. Let me see, we're supposed to take 2 gummies. So, if you went at that time, you were lucky. Very, very lucky. 1,500 simoleons. That's a lot of. You know what? I'll stick with the fairs over here and going on their rides. It's not $1,500. I tell you that much, and I get enough happiness. I'm good. $1,500. Jesus Christ. I've got my 2. I need to go buy some gummies tomorrow. My vitamins. I like them in gummy form. So, I'll be leaving in 4 minutes. Well, I'm wondering, maybe we should talk about our experiences when we gone to Disneyland, the people we met. Let's talk about, because I'm really, our vacation places. I had so much fun when I went skiing the one year over in Vail, Colorado. Oh, it was a blast. They had it where women ski free, and they had all these guys dress up as women, and they let them ski free. It was hilarious. I'll tell you the whole thing tomorrow. We'll be talking about Vail, Colorado. It was a beautiful time. Everyone have a nice evening. See you tomorrow, 6 or 7. Keep a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart. You too. All right. I'm going to see you later.